Hello and welcome to another edition of Gamezillong Toku Facts. Heroes are beloved by their fans and they can seemingly do no wrong. But what if they turn evil? Today I'll be taking a look at 3 heroes that turned evil. Or more accurately, 3 examples of actors who played heroes later being cast as villains. And they all have something in common. They all played Ultraman in Tsuburaya Productions, but villains in Toei Productions. Let's get started with Jiro Dan, who famously played Go Hideki, the human host of Ultraman Jack in Return of Ultraman. In 2002, Jiro was cast as Iki Kasumi, the late father of the Go Riders, whose drive to bring forth an ultimate power corrupted his sons into temporary villains. But his role in the series was probably the least evil of the 3 major villain roles on this list, as Iki was, at worst, misguided in his attempts to raise his sons. He also played a villain of the week in episode 21 of Seiyun Kamen Machine Man. But on a lighter note, Toei had previously cast Jiro as Professor Aoi in the comedic series Robot 8-chan, and he was much later cast as the elder of the Ryu Soul tribe in Kishiryu Sentai Ryu Soldier. Koji Moritsugu is most famous for his role as Dan Moroboshi, the human form of Ultra 7, and he has reprised this role many times. But in 2004's Kamen Rider Blade, he played the role of Hiroshi Tennoji, a man so obsessed with immortality that he triggered the events of the entire series in an attempt to obtain it by becoming a literal monster. Unlike Jiro Dan, this is, as far as I can find, Koji's only role for Toei, so no redemption for him in Toei's eyes, I guess. And finally, Susumu Kurobe, famous for his role as Shin Hayata, the human host of the original Ultraman, has been cast as a villain numerous times by Toei. From a kidnapper in Sukeban Deka to a crime boss in Jakuden Gekitai to the first and final villain of Tokei Winspector, Toei seemingly loved to cast him as a bad guy. But perhaps his most famous role as a villain was the mad scientist Hideyomi Kuromatsu, a recurring villain in Kamen Rider Black. As Golgum's chief scientist, Kuromatsu was responsible for converting people into mutants to further the cult's dark goals, and wasn't afraid to experiment on himself to those ends. Quite a stark contrast to his most famous role. And there you have it! 3 actors who played heroes in one show and were later cast as villains in other shows. I know these aren't the only examples of tokusatsu heel turns, so I'll keep an eye out for more, and hopefully I can make more videos covering this topic. But until next time, for Gamezillong, this is me, Protomet. See ya!